And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Houston Astros and the San Diego Padres. First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go. Getting the nod on the mound, Yu Darvish. What do we have on him?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Jose Altuve leading things off and takes a strike. Lifted in the air, right center field. Merrill sizes this one up. Brings it in. One up, one down. Now we check out the Astros lineup. Singy, this righty-heavy lineup is a bit unusual against a right-handed pitcher.
Yeah, Boog, certainly bucks the old conventional wisdom, and I'm not sure I see the vision from the manager on this one. You're not exactly putting your players in the best situation to succeed when you roll out a lineup like this. Maybe they've seen something on video that tells them there's a weakness to exploit. Perhaps that's it.
This one in the air. And it's caught for the out.
That is first, the designated hitter, Yordan Alvarez.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Yordan Alvarez. Fastball for a strike. And there's a strike.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
And ring him up, says Carl Dixon. That's a strikeout. Nothing doing there for Houston. And now the Friars will get their first chance. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in San Diego, towing the slab in today's game, Framber Valdez.
He really relies on working down in the zone with that heavy sinker he's got. You know, it's not as popular to throw that pitch today as it used to be because, you know, guys are looking to hit balls down in the zone, get them up in the air. It's very important for him when facing same-side hitters to be able to get it in, especially early in the count, and to opposite guys be able to throw it at that front hip and run it over the inside corner.
Luis Arias, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Valdez, a former All-Star. He features a sinker, a curve, a changeup, a slider, and he works in a four-seamer. This one high in the air to left center. Myers makes the grab, and a quick out, number one. Let's take a look at the Padres lineup, and it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game, but can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
So with one down, it'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr.
Boog, Tatis is so athletic, he probably could have carved out a career in other sports if he wanted, but he grew up in a baseball family with baseball in his blood. Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there, and boy, umpire didn't give him the call. I bet you if he throws it again, hitter knows he's going to have to swing it.
This to third. Paredes fires over to first, and they take care of Tatis for the out. Jackson Merrill digs in now. He's someone that really beats up on right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, give him a little bit more trouble. First
Count
pitch
1-0.
is in the dirt. And
2-0.
another ball. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. 2 outs, base is empty. Pitch misses outside, and the count is 3-1.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
And a base hit, and that keeps the inning going.
Batting fourth.
Here comes Manny Machado. Step off throw to first. Merrill back on a dive. That one down the line, and that's just foul. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. A 2-run homer. It's 2-0.
Well, I'm not really sure how he kept that fair. When you're out in front on a breaking ball like that, such a good chance that it's going to hook foul, but not this time. He kept the hands moving forward just long enough to sneak it inside that foul pole.
Now here's Jake Cronenworth, and first offering is fouled off. That one missing inside. The 1-1 is fouled off. That one misses. It's 2-2. I've gotten to call some incredible NLDS games here at Petco Park between the Padres and their fierce rivals, the LA Dodgers. NLDS Game 4 here in 22 when the Padres knocked off LA, and then Game 4 in 2024 when the Dodgers started their comeback and eventual run to the World Series. One of the great fan environments in baseball. Not close with that one, and a full count now. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Hard ground ball, base knock. So he ends up with a hit after seeing a lot of pitches. That was a good at bat. Now Xander Bogaerts gets a chance to hit. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Cronenworth leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Now snap throw to first. Cronenworth dives back in. Out towards right center field. Myers on the move to the gap. He makes the grab, and that ends the inning. 2 across on this San Diego homer. And it's 2-zip. You're dialed into the show. Back here at Petco Park. New inning getting started. And now it's Christian Walker. There's a strike. Carl Dixon working the plate in this one.
You know, we often hear and talk about umpires being a pitcher's umpire, but Boog Dixon maybe a little bit more hitter friendly than most. He's kind of tight on the corners, so we'll see if that comes into play at all in this one.
Inside. And a count 1-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He's having a hard time catching up.
The 1-2. And a swing and a miss. One away.
Well, that slider was way out of the zone, and for me, it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your two-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss, as you did right there.
Yainer Diaz up next for the Astros. Knee high, that's in for a strike. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Tatis after it. Pulls it down, and there's two gone.
The shortstop.
Two down, bases empty. And stepping in for the Astros, Jeremy Pena. And the first pitch misses for ball one. High fly ball down the left field line. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Bottom of the inning. Now the left fielder, Connor Joe. And that's down and away. Singy wasn't very sharp in the first. Got hit around a little bit. Just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff in the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes
lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw, and he's out at first. Man at first. And now it's Tirso Ornelas.
Ball one, no strike.
This one in the dirt. Runner at first with no outs here. Next offering is fouled back. Check swing, and he went. And the count 1-2.
Two strike.
Towards first. Feeds to second, out there. How about that double play?
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
And now it's Elias Diaz. That clips the corner. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
The strong second inning is a confidence builder for him, a relief for his manager. Doesn't have to get into that bullpen quite as early.
2 down, nobody on. To the right side. Altuve handles it. Throws to first in time. And that is the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We played 2 full. It's the Padres 2 and the Astros nothing. And we're back. Here's the left fielder, Chas McCormick. McCormick, in his 5th season, hitting 7th in today's lineup, usually in center field, but today starting in left. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 1.
One thing I always felt if I played left field instead of center field was that the ball gets out there to you pretty quick. And the most important play is that ball down the left field line, getting to it, cutting it off, making a strong throw to keep that single instead of turning it into a double.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Line drive. Makes the grab, 1 down.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Here's Ben Gamel. And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Just
Nope, that's off
missed.
the plate. Ball 2.
That one ripped. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul. One out, base is empty. That one missed.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Darvish delivers. Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. That one's carrying. That'll make it out of here. A towering shot to center, and they're on the scoreboard. It's 2-1.
Those are the at-bats that leave pitchers exhausted. He had to throw a lot of pitches and still gave up the long ball. That's a bad combo. For a pitcher, the odds are in your favor if you keep that breaking ball down. That time, he got punished for it. Hitter just did a really good job of staying within himself and getting the barrel to the baseball.
Next to hit, Jake Myers. That's in for a strike. One out, base is empty, and a run in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That one's back and gone. They go back to back, And it ties it up. It's 2-2.
Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
So the Houston lineup turns over. Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1.
Altuve officially joined the 2,000 hit club in 2023 with every career hit as a Houston Astro. Third player in club history with 2,000 hits and 200 home runs. Jeff Bagwell, Craig Biggio, those are the two others, and that's some great company, Boog.
In the air, left field, down the line. Makes the catch. 2 away down.
Man, Boog, I love watching an outfielder take on the wall to make that play, and it's a lot easier to watch from up here because that can be painful in the end. You know the wall's coming up on you quickly, so you have to maintain concentration and able to make that catch and hold onto it after contact.
Paredes stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Pitch misses there, and the count now 2-0. And that one fouled off. Tied up here in the early going. That one in the dirt, and the count is 3-1. Yordan Alvarez up next for the Astros. They say you win.
3-2.
Three and two. The pitch is outside, and ball 4.
A great back and forth in that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Alvarez stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Paredes, the runner at first with 2 gone. And that one sliced foul. The 1-1. And that one fouled off. That one almost got him.
2 strikes.
Two outs. Just missing there. And it's 3-2.
3-2. 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Right back to him on the mound. On to first. And they get the out on Alvarez. Third out, and that ends the frame. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. 2-2 game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Set for the bottom of the third. Luis Ariz stands in. Valdez back to work. On the corner for a strike. It's 0-1. And that one missing low. Breaking ball misses down and away. And there's a ball. Swing and a ball popped up. And that'll fall for a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Well, he didn't get much of that one, but it's going to look like a line drive in the box score tomorrow. With the way defenders track down balls these days, I mean, both from the infield and in the outfield, there really aren't a lot of base hits on balls hit like that. But there's always a little room back behind the first and second baseman to drop a lawn dart in there, and he found a way.
Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here.
Well, he got a first pitch breaking ball right there that he clearly liked the look of. Just needed to let it travel a little longer.
Ground ball right side, could be two. Altuve slings to first. And they take care of Tatis for the out.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. The job was to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score the go-ahead run. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
Swing and a foul straight back. One out and a runner at second here in the last half of the third. Comes up empty.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Man at second. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Just off the outside part of the plate.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
That's off the inside corner. Now 2-2. Up the middle, Pena. Slings to first. That's it out.
Now batting, the third baseman, Manny.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Manny Machado up to the plate. He's already homered here in this one. And that's in for a strike. 0-1.
Not many hitters go up there looking for an 0-0 breaking ball, but a good way for the pitcher to get ahead in the count.
That one almost got him.
Strike. That's ball two.
2-1 the count now. He hasn't seen a fastball yet, but you've got to be ready to hit one because you doubt the pitcher wants this to go to a 3-1 count.
Swing and a pop-up. Altuve pulls it down, and that'll do it. No runs, one hit, no errors, and a man left. 3 innings complete. We are tied 2-2. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Christian Walker. First pitch, and he just misses.
Well, these Astros doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
And there's a strike.
Still relatively early, but with a pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
Swings and sends a rocket to right. Tatis brings it in. One down. And next to hit for Houston, Yainer Diaz. Flied to right his first time. And a breaking ball misses outside. Right side. Tatis. They got it for out number 2.
Now batting, shortstop, Jeremy.
So up next, Jeremy Pena. Fly to left his first time. Outside low. 1-0. The 1-1 is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Yeah, the batter now, Chas McCormick.
Ball 1.
And the pitch a little bit low, ball 1.
This is a great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second. Catcher with the pop time that leaves Jaws on the floor. This might get interesting, Boog.
Darvish kicks, delivers. Right through there for a strike.
1-1.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. Ben Gamel up next for the Astros. He's already homered in this game. First pitch, not close. And that one moves his feet.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
And that is out of play. And the right-hander deals. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Pena, the lead runner, out at second. McCormick at first. 2 out of the inning. That one is absolutely belted. That's down. 1 hops off the wall. 1 runs in. Headed for the plate. And he's out.
Got him on the tag.
Cut down, and that ends the inning. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We're midway in the 4th. It's the Astros 3 and the Padres 2. Back here in San Diego, now it's the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth. First pitch misses.
You have to be creative pitching against bad ball hitters. You got to add some velocity, subtract at times. Just avoiding the heart of the plate isn't always going to be enough. Guys like this can hurt you with pitches you wouldn't expect him to swing at.
And a foul ball.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Next pitch is downstairs. Check swing, called strike. Next offering is downstairs. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
It's Xander Bogaerts now. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. On the ground to third. Off balance feed. There's one. 2 gone as they hit into their second double play in the first 4 innings.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Now the left fielder, Connor Joe, reached on an infield single his first time. Check swing, and he went. And that is strike 1.
1's the count.
Two down, nobody on.
Hey!
Cut out and missed. Curveball struck him out. Padres go down quietly. They're down 3-2. Back here at Petco Park. Now here is Jake Myers. That missed by a lot. And that is ball 1.
Well, these Astros doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. The numbers tell us they're averaging more than a hit every inning, and they've only struck out twice, so they keep finding ways to put their bat on the ball.
The wind to kick the 2-0. Foul ball there. Swing and a miss, and now 2-2. Swing and a miss, and he got him. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Jose Altuve up to hit here. 0 for 2 in this one. Pitch is in there, and that's strike 1.
Altuve always seems to be setting records or reaching milestones, Boog. In 2023, he became the fastest player to reach 2,000 career hits, 200 home runs, and 200 stolen bases in MLB history.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
That's a ball. Tried to attack with the sweeper.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
1 down, base is empty. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock.
Now batting, third baseman, Isaac Paredes.
So next up for Houston, Isaac Paredes. He's 0 for 1. Ripped, but it curls foul. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Bullpen action for the Padres. Sean Reynolds up and throwing. Matsui, a left-hander, also throwing. Little chopper rolls foul. Next offering misses down and away. Got it. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Now it's Yordan Alvarez. Foul ball. The next pitch misses, and it's a ball and a strike. Altuve off of first with 2 away.
Nope, that's a ball.
Rips that one to right. And that'll do it. So the Astros lead 1, but they still lead at 3-2. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now it's going to be Tirso Ornelas.
On the mound, he had a little trouble back in the first, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing nicely.
And misses inside.
Right now, behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. No free passes. You can't allow that.
There's the strike, and it's 2-1 now. Fouled off. He was late. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 away. Here's Elias Diaz. Rolled out to second in his first at bat. Lined, and that's a base hit. So now back to the top of the order. Back to the top of the lineup. And here's the first baseman, Luis Arias. 1 for 2. Spits the plate, and it's 0-1.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. That one pulled foul. Man at first, 1 away. Swings and misses, struck him out. He swung over top of the curveball.
Oh, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. And that drops in for a strike. Tatis waits. Way out front for strike two.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
1 ball, 2
In the
strikes.
dirt, no advance. Good job behind the dish. Tying run is at first. Last half of inning number 5. That one sizzling on its way through to the outfield. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Merrill in the box now. Takes strike 1. Two on, 2 outs. Breaking ball misses down and away. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Brian Abreu, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Scott warming up as well.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, too. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it. 2
on, 2 outs. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Around third. Now a long throw home. And they tag him out. Padres leave a pair. And it's still a 3-2 ball game. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Sean Reynolds.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Well, 1-run game. So here's the Astros cleanup hitter, Christian Walker. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Fastball for a strike. Walker, a former Gold Glove winner, 33 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. And a foul ball. There's a swing and a drive. And a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Yainer Diaz getting ready to hit. And that one gets past the catcher. And now a man into scoring position.
Can't imagine he's too happy with that one on the mound. Just one pitch after giving up the single, he basically turns it into a double.
Walker leads off second with nobody out. Misses the sweeper. Movement in the bullpen. Adrian Morejon, the left-hander, up and throwing. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. This one looks like trouble. Headed for the plate. He'll score.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Just a really nice job of turning on that pitch and smoking it down the line. And there's no one playing there, so once it drops in fair, you're on your way to extra bases.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Jeremy Pena now at the plate. First pitch just misses. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. And we're the top half of the sixth.
2-0.
And another ball.
I got 3-0.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Clearly taking all the way there in that 3-0 count. It was a cookie right down the middle.
And ball four, two aboard. Chas McCormick up next for the Astros. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball one.
Aye. 1-1.
That misses off the outside edge. Swing and a high fly ball deep left field. Joe ranging back onto the track, and he makes the catch. Runner tags at second, and the throw's offline, safe at third.
Outstanding catch right there, and I love the commitment that he showed. He knew that the wall was close, but was determined to make that catch, and a nice calculation of just how much room he had to try to minimize that contact.
So digging in, Ben Gamble. He blasted one out earlier in the third.
Just a solo home run, but an important swing of the bat in this game. We've already seen him do it once. Can he do it again?
In for a strike. It's 0-1.
In this situation, the batter's got to know what the pitcher's trying to do to him, and that's trying to get him to hit the ball on the ground, get 2 for 1. You got to look for something up in the zone. At worst case scenario, you deliver the sacrifice fly.
High fly ball down the left field line. That one back there, and that is a foul ball. First and third, one down. And ball one.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Got him looking as the fastball runs back over the inside corner.
Well, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in place somewhere, and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
And stepping in for the Astros, Jake Myers. Check swing, called strike.
0-1's the count.
And that one is inside ball one.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
And a count 1-2.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Runners at the corners with 2 outs. Tap dances out of the way of that one. High fly ball out towards left field. Joe going back, and it's off the foul pole for a home run. Another homer. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. It's 7-2.
Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something. But really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
And the Padres manager making his way towards the mound as he will make the move. Sean Reynolds out of the game, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break. Brian Hoeing on to pitch out of the pen here.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. Ball
Nope.
one, no
Ball
strikes.
1-0.
And another ball.
Outside.
This one in the air right field. Tatis settles under it and makes the play, and that's out number 3. But 4 runs score in the inning, 3 coming right here on the 3-run homer. It's now a 7-2 ball game. Back after this on the show. Well, we go bottom 6. Stepping in for San Diego, Manny Machado. Valdez back to work. There's the strike.
0-1.
That's a little bit low. Curve in the
2
dirt.
balls, 2 strikes.
And that one hammered. McCormick ranging back on it. To the warning track. Makes the catch.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Cronenworth in the box again. Takes a strike.
0-1's the count.
On the ground to short. Whips it across. That takes care of Cronenworth.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just bores in on the hands.
2 out, space is empty. And now Xander Bogaerts. Pitch
Ball 1,
misses,
no strike.
and it's 1-0. Next offering is fouled back. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Next offering is in for a strike. swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Just kept it simple, played pepper with the middle of the infield, and took it back where it came from, and there was just no one there to knock it down.
Runner at first with 2 away. Here's the left fielder, Connor Joe. And that one lifted in the air center field. Drops into the glove, and that will end the inning. One left for San Diego. They're down 5. It's 7-2. We go to the top of the 7th, and stepping in for the Astros, Isaac Paredes. There's a strike at the knees. 0-1. Liner, and this could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he starts the 7th with a leadoff double.
All over that one right there. So much of good hitting is finding holes in the defense. That's why you're always thinking line drive into the gap. Those kinds of swings really boost your confidence.
Now here's the Astros designated hitter, Yordan Alvarez. 0 for 3 in this one. Outside. Ball 1. Man at second. There's the strike. 95 of that one. Good job to fight that one off. No outs. Runner on second. Cold strike 3 on the fastball, and that ran back over the inner half.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle, so I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
And here now is the Astros cleanup hitter, Christian Walker. That's inside. 1-0. Paredes over at second, 1 down. In for a strike, and now it's even 1-1.
1-1.
That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Next offering way off the plate. And that's outside. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
First and second, 1 out. Digging in, Yainer Diaz.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
Right through there for a strike.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to finish off this hitter.
That smash towards center. Merrill snags it, and there's 2 down. Jeremy Pena up next for the Astros. That one clubbed out towards left center. That'll be extra bases. Coming home. 1 run across. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Relay throw home. He'll score. 2 runs are in, and they're pulling away up by 7 now.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Great hands on that swing. Took the barrel right to the baseball, caught it out front, and ripped it into the gap. At that point, there's probably no question in his mind that he was going for 2. That's just a great feeling.
And next to hit for Houston, Chas McCormick. 1 for 3. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Man on second, 2 down. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Coming home. The throw in. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Bang, bang play at the plate right there. Outfielder needed no help. An absolutely perfect throw to get him. Right on the money. Excellent tag by the catcher. And the inning ends on an awesome play.
Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
All right, Siggy, we've been in all the press boxes. You got best press box food.
I'd say press box food because of the ice cream. We have to go Philadelphia. Yeah.
Shout out to our guy Frank.
Yes. New York for me is pretty good. Yankees?
Yeah, solid.
Yeah.
Reach and try, but can't bring it in.
This lefty matchup thing's not going so well.
The catcher, number 17, Elias Diaz.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Astros bullpen. Framber Valdez won't go any further. Not his best performance, but he leaves with the lead. And we'll get a new arm into the game after this. The Astros turn to a new arm on the mound, Caleb Orton.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
So a man aboard. Now at the plate, Elias Diaz. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Here's your 1. Late on that fastball.
Well, the hitter shows the pitcher that he's willing to go after that pitch down in the zone. So perhaps he'll come back to it. Still try to get that ground ball double play.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Nobody out. Runner at first. And that just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And that's the first out.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Change up on the corner, and that's a strike.
No need to offer at that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
On a line, base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second now, 1 out.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
Tatis stands in now and watches strike 1.
0-1.
Power relievers one after another coming out of the bullpen these days. Got to be ready for that first pitch heater.
Next one misses, and the count even 1-1. That one off the bad part of the bat, just a lazy fly ball. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away.
The center fielder, number 3, Jackson Merrill.
So first and second with 2 outs. Jackson Merrill, the next to hit. This one ripped, but foul to the right. Yeah, that's fouled off. First and second, 2 down. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Myers makes the grab. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. This one pretty well decided at this point. 8th inning coming up. It's the Astros 9 and the Padres 2. And we're back. We're at the top of the 8th, and stepping in for the Astros, Ben Gamel. First pitch doesn't find the zone. That clips the corner.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit and not an easy one to throw either.
And there's a foul ball. And that's downstairs and outside. Ground ball right side. It squirts through. And the leadoff man aboard.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Here's the center fielder, Jake Myers. He's got a couple homers already, so could he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those 2 he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now at the dish.
That's a strike. 0-1. That one fouled off. He swings and hits a fly ball center field, and it falls. And now 2 aboard.
Now batting, the second baseman, Jose Altuve.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Brian Hoeing done for the day, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. On the mound now, Yuki Matsui.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Jose Altuve up next for the Astros. Singy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure where their clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots.
And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt.
If you're a guy that can only hit to one field, then you're really not going to be able to come through in clutch situations because pitchers are going to adjust. But because he's able to use the entire field, that's why he's so successful in these situations.
That's a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Now fly ball to right center. Tatis after it. Nabs it. Runner tags at second. He makes it to third. Good base running to move up with only 1 out.
Now batting, third baseman, Isaac.
So next up for Houston, Isaac Paredes. Misses inside. Ball 1. Activity in the bullpen for San Diego. Adrian Morejon, the left-hander, is getting that big fastball of his ready to go. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third.
Swing and a foul out of play.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Runners are at the corners. 1 away.
Ball 2.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
Alvarez in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Inside ball.
Swing and a line drive, base hit into left field. Runner in from third to extend their lead. It's an RBI single, and it's now 10-2. First and second, 2 down. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Christian Walker. That one not close, and that's ball 1. Right through there for a strike. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Check swing. He held up. Now 2 balls and a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Cut out and miss, struck him out. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. They get a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Astros 10 and the Padres 2. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. Here's Manny Machado.
Third baseman, Manny Machado.
Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Myers under this one. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now back, second baseman.
Now it's the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth. First pitch, and he just misses. Slapped foul. The other way. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Now battle, shortstop, Xander Bogart.
2 down, bases empty. Here's Bogarts now. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike. Line drive. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Through 8 full, it's the Astros 10 and the Padres 2. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the catcher comes up to him. Yainer Diaz. Matsui back to work. Matsui measures 5 feet 8 inches, 29 years old, and he was born in Japan. That one missed. That one misses. 3-0.
3-0.
Fastball for a strike. Next offering is fouled back. That one out to right. Tatis makes the grab, 1 away.
The bat, number 3, shortstop,
Jeremy Pena up next for the Astros. In the air, right field. Tatis on the move. He's got it. 2 away.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
He's one of those Dave McCarty, Mark Carrion, Ricky Henderson types. Throw left, bat right.
You make a note of those guys because it's just different. It's like, man, you're left-handed, but you hit right-handed.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Joe makes the play, and that is that. Nothing across here this half. Bottom part of the order, 7-8-9, 2 up in inning number 9. It's the Astros 10 and the Padres 2. Back here in San Diego, all set for the bottom of the 9th. So digging in now for San Diego, Connor Joe. Swing and a pop-up. Foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. And it's fouled away. Swing and a ball lifted in the air right field. He just missed it. Gamble makes the play, and there's one away.
The designated hitter, Tirso Ornelas.
Next is the designated hitter, Tirso Ornelas. Check swing called strike. That's strike one. Base is empty, one away here in the last half of inning number 9. That's a strike, and the count is 0-2. Breaking ball misses down and away.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. The Astros up big in this one. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. That misses the zone, and it's 2-2. Ornelas tries to check his swing. Now a look to third. And no swing, says Joe McDonald. Fouled off again. And it remains 3-2. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And they're down to their last out. Now the catcher up to hit, Elias Diaz. And first offering is fouled off. And downstairs. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Ford is just 1 strike away. Right side. And foul ball. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And a ball evens the count. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. And now it's filled up.
In an era with a lot of swing and miss and strikeouts, you gotta love an at-bat like this. No one giving in.
He pulls it down. Ball game. And the Astros slug their way to a win in this one.
Offensive explosion today for these players. They gave up a few runs, but they had more than enough firepower to turn this one into a blowout.
10-2 the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And it's going to be a hot one out there, Singy. Temperatures in the 90s right now around first pitch.
Yeah, Boog, some players love this heat. They feel like there's no fear attacking the baseball. Don't have to worry about cold days and getting jammed. But I tell you what, for me, it was always about hydration because I could cramp up. And you have to make sure that you stay up on your fluids. And it's not just when the game starts. This is something that you have to do days in advance if you're someone that's prone to cramping.
It's the Cincinnati Reds and the Texas Rangers. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. All right, first pitch coming up. Getting the nod in this one, Jacob deGrom.
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
And now the center fielder, TJ Friedl. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. Edge of the zone, call the strike. And away we go this afternoon.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Next pitch misses way outside. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. Pitch misses, and it's 3-2. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Oh, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Elly De La Cruz. And that's in for a strike.
You know, one of the most memorable innings ever for Elly happened in July 2023. In one inning, De La Cruz hit a 2-out single to take the lead and then proceeded to do something that a Reds player hasn't done in more than 100 years. He stole second, third, and home in the same inning. It only took 2 pitches for him to steal all 3 bases.
Friedl aboard here at first with nobody out. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Carter under it. Hauls it in, and there's one away. Here's the lineup for the Reds. Big challenge for them today as they take on a pitcher who brings electric stuff and really racks up the strikeouts.
Yeah, and it's all about making good contact against a pitcher like this. You're not going to get very many pitches to hit in an at-bat, maybe even in a game. So you got to be ready, zoned in the spot where you think you've got the best chance, and jump all over it. Might be the first pitch in the at-bat, so you better walk up there ready from the jump. If they can make early, consistent contact, I think they'll have a much better shot against it.
Matt McClain, the next to hit, takes ball one. And another ball. Fastball for a strike. And that one hit to first, and it goes just foul. Man at first, one away. And a swing and a miss. And two away now.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with two strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
And now here is Tyler Stevenson.
1-0.
That's off the mark. 2 balls, no strikes.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Not even close there. 3-1 now. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
And they'll do it again. In the air to left center. Langford settles under it and makes the catch. And that is that. Reds leave one. Now the Rangers will get their first crack. We're scoreless. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back at Globe Life Field. And pitching here today, Hunter Green. How about a scouting report on him?
4-pitch guy. He's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Marcus Semien leading things off and takes a strike. Green, an all-star a season ago. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a splitter, and occasionally mixes in the slurve. Fouled off down the right side. The next offering misses. Ball 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And down on strikes. And 1 out now.
Oh, really expanded the zone right there with that fastball off the outside corner of the plate. Got him to chase it. That's a tough one to lay off of because it starts close to you and just continues to run away from you in that batter's box. So it's a really nice pitch with 2 strikes.
And here's Corey Seager to hit. Close one. Doesn't get the call. And that is ball 1. The shortstop takes the ball. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. Ball four, and Seager has taken his base.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Next up for Texas, Wyatt Langford. And that drops in for a strike. Ground ball right side, could be two. There's one. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
Batting fourth, the designated hitter, Josh.
Here is Jock Peterson.
Off the mark there, and that's ball one.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Langford leads off first with 2 down to the inning. And that one's a little bit low, and it's 2-0. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Next offering is in for a strike. Runner on the move. Pitch misses. Safe at second, and that was not close. Two outs and one in scoring position. Here's the throw to the plate. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. Rangers leave one. Scoreless after one. Second inning set to go. Now, Jake Fraley. And a fastball misses outside for a ball. 1-0. That's inside. Rusty Valentine calling balls and strikes.
Boog, something I hear from hitters about Valentine is they know they don't have to protect off the plate too much in 2-strike counts, and that can be a big deal in terms of your confidence and seeing some pitches in that at bat.
And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Spencer Steer will hit next. That just misses. Ball one.
1 ball, no strike.
A healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Now batting Jamer Candelario. Check swing, and he went. Strike 1.
1 strike.
No score here in the second. Swing and a miss.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Here goes the runner. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Kicks and deals. Ball
That's
1
the ball.
there.
1 ball, 2 strike.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs 1 more out.
And now it's Gavin Lux. Late swing, foul to the left. Two outs. That's in there. And it's 0-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Runner on the go. Lifted in the air down the left side. Langford on his way over. Makes the grab. And that is that. So no runs here on a base hit. No errors and 1 left. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. No score. We head to the bottom of the second. Now it's the right fielder, Adolis Garcia. That's in there. Strike 1.
Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Here's Josh Young. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0.
One down, base is empty. That one at the knees for a strike. One out, base is empty. Falling behind 2-1.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Evan Carter getting ready to hit. First pitch misses. Two out, space is empty. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-1. Swing and a miss at 99 miles an hour.
Bringing the cheese on that one.
Misses inside. 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Pitch misses. Full count now.
Looks like he thinks that should have been a strike at the top of the zone, but doesn't seem to be too upset. That's just a case where I think he's trying to get a better feel for the umpire's strike zone and what he's going to be calling. That's just a part of pitching.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Stays alive. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Upstairs, and that is ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or an into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Jake Berger, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes in the dirt. Throws, save. That's a stolen base.
You know what? I like the aggressiveness right there. It looks like it's going to be tough to score in this one. Really good pitching so far. So why not try to put some pressure on him and see if you can steal the bag, get in the scoring position.
Man at second. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Carter at second with 2 down. Got him looking. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and a runner left. We head on down to the top of the 3rd. We're tied 0-0. And we're back. And now it's Austin Hayes. DeGrom back to work. Slider right there.
No ball, 1 strike.
Outside low, and the count is 1-1. And he hits a ground ball right side. Simeon toss over to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd.
Up next in Cincinnati, the center fielder, TJ Friedel.
So the lineup flips over, and ready to hit now for Cincinnati. TJ Friedel walked to open the ball game. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
You always have to worry about the fastball when facing DeGrom, Boog. I mean, it's an electric pitch for him, and he's usually pumping it in at about 100 miles per hour, which makes him one of the hardest throwing pitchers in the league.
One down, base is empty. Close, but called a ball. And a count 2-1.
That one called just inside, I think, and on the mound, he's trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it, though, but he clearly thought it clipped the corner.
The 2-1 is high. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Top of the third, no score. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. That's ball four. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Runner on at first with one gone. In now for the Reds, Elly De La Cruz. And a foul ball.
The Reds signed Elly in 2018, but it took a few years for him to stand out in their minor league system. In 2021, he went from an unranked prospect to a player on a fast track to the majors. Few scouts out there believe a growth spurt helped change Elly's entire career.
Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Toughest pitch to hit. Fastball on the outer black. Man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
Next for Cincinnati, Matt McClain. Went down on strikes his first time through. And that is in for a strike. It's 0-1.
You know, the Reds were lucky they even noticed De La Cruz. They sent a scout to the Dominican Republic to watch a different player, but Elly was playing in the same program. The Reds liked what they saw and offered him a deal the very next day.
2 outs. Foul ball there. Fly ball down the line. And no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Swing and a miss, and that is that. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. No score. As we go to the last of the third. And here's the catcher, Jonah Heim. Ripped to short. Sends it across to first. Leadoff man retired here in the third.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
Here is Marcus Semien. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Right through there for a strike. That catches the zone for a strike. 0-2. Outside.
1-2.
99 miles per hour to finish him off. Here's Corey Seager. Worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. Seager measures 6 feet 4 inches. Batting second in today's lineup, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. And the pitch is in for a strike.
0-1.
Nowadays, with advanced metrics and increased use of moving the infielders around, defense isn't necessarily about making errors. Are you able to get to the ball? Are you able to position fielders where guys hit the ball, but within the new shift rules? And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Nothing doing here this half. On to inning number 4. We're tied 0-0. Back in Arlington, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Tyler Stevenson. Swing and a miss, 98 on the gun.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
Check swing, and he went. And the count is 0-2.
And an area that goes unnoticed is the coach that's responsible for positioning, and then the research person that's providing the information. So what we're seeing in baseball, so many more people behind the scenes that are contributing to the success between the lines.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, we see it a lot more these days than we ever did when I played, but a slider in the 90s still catches your attention. Even if you're sitting on the pitch, good luck recognizing that tight spin and adjusting to the late break.
And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Jake Fraley. Fouled off. He was late. Back when you played, it wasn't the empirical data we have now. It was a guy with a ruler and a diamond taking a colored pencil and drawing a line where he thought someone had hit the ball, right?
That, or just going off of gut or feel. What does it look like his swing is today? What's the pitcher throwing? They are sticking to the metrics and what seems to be most consistent for that hitter, regardless of who the pitcher is on the mound.
And the 0-2. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Quite the start to this game on the mound, looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already, so this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure them out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
Spencer Steer now at the plate. He struck out swinging at his first at-bat. And there's a ball. The 1-0. Line drive. Balls it in to end the inning. So they make short work of him there. On now to the bottom of the 4th. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now the left fielder, Wyatt Langford. Fastball for a strike.
Well, these Rangers just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. Strikeouts are a little easier to stomach in baseball today, but even by those standards, they're going down way too often, and I think they're having a hard time getting any momentum going as a result.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
No ball, 2 strike.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off.
You know, Brooke, you often think a slider's more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
Here's Jack Peterson. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Check swing, and he went. And it's 0-1.
1 strike.
And ball one. All tied up. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Next pitch is outside.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So that's a good take by him.
Hard on the ground to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And now Adolis Garcia. His first at bat was a strikeout. Way outside, ball one. That's down and in.
That's the ball. 3-0.
There's the strike, 3-1. And a swing and a miss.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one. And the Rangers set down in order. And we're still knotted at 0. All set for the start of the inning. And now it's switch hitting third baseman Jeimer Candelario. That one close, ruled a ball. And that's ball one. Some activity in the bullpen for Texas. Sean Armstrong getting loose out there. Milner also throwing. That catches the top part of the zone. That's strike one.
Dangerous spot for that slider right there. Didn't seem to quite finish out front and get that sharp break. Tell you what, he doesn't want to throw that pitch again.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Heim makes the grab, one down.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Gavin Lux, the next to hit for the Reds. Fly to left his first time. That's a strike.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. Seager puts it away for the out. And that quickly 2 away. Austin Hayes, the next to hit, grounded out his first time. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Next offering is fouled back. And 1-2. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Outside low. And the count's even at 2.
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. In time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him. And that's that. Halfway through this one, still no score. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now the third baseman, Josh Young. That one the other way, and he boots it. And it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out. Up next for the Rangers, Evan Carter. Walked and stole a base his first time. That one's in there. That's strike one.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
And he makes the catch. 2 down.
The first baseman, number 21.
And now it's Jake Berger to hit. Struck out looking at his first at bat. He swings and fouls one off. Ground ball right side, and it stays fair. Around first, heading for 2. He's there. It's a 2-out double.
Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
So runner at second, 2 down. Jonah Heim stepping in for the Rangers. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Well, they're looking to get on the board first here after that clutch 2-out double made this inning interesting.
Runner at second, 2 down. On the ground to third. Tosses across to first. Inning over. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. And we still have no score. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Obi Milner.
Bringing in the lefty with a left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Back to the top of the order now. Here's the center fielder, T.J. Friedel. Milner, a 6'3" lefty, 185 pounds, a former first-round pick back in 2016. Next offering is in for a strike. And he pumps it a strike. Not close with that one. And that's ball 2. The other way. And a base hit. And they had their first base runner since the 3rd inning.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Go ahead run on base. Now it's the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1-0.
With the go-ahead run at first, and we're the top half of the 6th. Out to short, into the outfield, base hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
A couple of singles back-to-back. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Next to hit, Matt McClain. That pitch in for a strike. 0-1. Double play ball to second. Off balance feed. There's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
Here's the catcher, Tyler Stevenson. 0 for 2 in this one. There's the strike.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
This to center field. And it falls. And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead. In there safely.
Big RBI for him right there. These days, most outfielders play pretty deep, and I'm not sure if that was a factor there or not, but off the bat, you're thinking it's going to be a pop out, and it just kind of nestled into that spot where no one was able to get to it.
2 on, 1 out. Jake Fraley, the next to hit for the Reds. Line to left, and it stays fair. In comes the runner from third. It's 2-0.
Well, he gets it done in a big spot to get the run across. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
First and second, 1 out. Spencer Steer, the next to hit for the Reds. That one missed. Liner caught at second.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Here's the third baseman, Jeimer Candelario. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Brings it in, and that is that. But 2 runs for them, and they jump ahead. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Reds 2 and the Rangers nothing. And we're back, bottom of the 6th. And now it's the Rangers leadoff hitter, Marcus Semien. Green back to work. Top of the zone for a called strike.
Well, these Rangers just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. Just 1 extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
Strike 3, struck him out for the 3rd time today.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Seager in the box again, takes a strike.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
1 down, base is empty.
Quickly down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity or the location of this next pitch is going to be.
Here's the swing and a line drive and a base hit into right field. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Here's the left fielder, Wyatt Langford. Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1. Swing and a miss.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Check swing, appeal to first. No, he held up. Line drive, and that's a fair ball. And it'll be runners at second and third, only one away.
Well, that was an important at bat in this game, so a great job there stepping up to the challenge.
Ripped that one down the line and kept it fair, and even when you hit it that far out front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't hook around that baseball and put it in foul territory, and that right there was perfect.
And Jack Peterson stands in. That one is absolutely belted into the corner, but foul. Two on, one out, and fouled off.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
That one ran inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
With the go-ahead run at the plate here in the bottom of the sixth. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Friedel makes a nice running catch. He'll score on the sac fly, and a 2-1 ball game now.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at bat. Got the job done.
Now it's going to be Adolis Garcia, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. Outside with a breaking ball.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Oh, he hit him. And that got him pretty flush. Now the third baseman, Josh Young. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
There's the strike.
Oh. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Next offering is in for a strike. And that's downstairs and outside.
I don't know how you take that one after the called strike on the corner, just a little bit off the edge.
And the next pitch is way outside. Evan Carter in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And that'll load the bases.
Pitch count's getting up there now, and not saying that's the reason for this walk, but this is the point in the game when every sign of wavering starts to get everyone's attention.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Hunter Green departs, and he leaves in a one-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. So they turn to the veteran pitcher in this spot, Taylor Rogers.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
So up next, Evan Carter. Yeah, don't need much damage here, just a base hit. Likely will score 2. And the sweeper misses. Two outs, bases are full. On the ground, right side. Inning over, and it could have been worse. So they get 1, but end up leaving the bases loaded. We're through 6 full. It's the Reds 2 and the Rangers 1. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Sean Armstrong.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And now the DH, Gavin Lux. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. That was one of those swings that feels like you're swinging an aluminum bat. It jumped off so hard, squared it up, and it went screaming at 108 miles per hour.
Austin Hayes digs in now. That one the other way. Takes it in for the out.
That's a big first out of the inning. He showed off his skills catching the line drive, but most importantly, he kept the runner out of scoring position. Things would look a little different if he didn't make that play.
And now the center fielder, T.J. Friedel. Here's a swing and a little roller up along first, and that's a foul ball. 1-run game, 1 out, 1 on. Off the catcher and rolls away. And he'll move up to second, no problem. Should be a pass ball, and that takes away the double play.
This is something that'll happen to him from time to time behind the dish. The defense is a part of his game he's trying to improve, but right there just couldn't squeeze it, and it cost him.
A little bit low. And it's even up.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Base knock, center field. Headed for the plate. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
Now here is Ellie De La Cruz. And a big swing and a miss. Next offering is in for a strike. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Matt McClain getting ready to hit. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Now this is in the air down the line. Touches down. That's a hit. And now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
The bat, the catcher, Tyler Stevenson.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. And now Tyler Stevenson delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Going to count 1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
To third. Oh, great grab on the dive. The throw, and that's a nice play to end the inning.
Well, that right there was all pre-pitch positioning. Put himself in the perfect spot to make a great play.
Back at Globe Life Field at the plate, Jake Berger. And takes low for ball 1. Activity in the bullpen. Emilio Pagan preparing to come on if needed. Mole getting loose as well. Line drive, leads and he's got it.
Reaction time is so important in the majors, especially when you're dealing with line drives to third with good exit velo. You have to be ready for anything like he was right there.
Now the catcher for the Rangers, Jonah Heim. In there at the knees.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Next offering is fouled back. The Reds up by 2 here at the bottom of the 7th. And look out as that one ran in and got him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Now it's Marcus Semien. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3. There's the strike. Hit in the air, left field. Hayes has it sized up. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 2 down. Here comes Corey Seager.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Hit hard but foul off to the left. Heim, the runner at first with 2 gone. Up the middle, gloves it on the dive. What a play, inning over. So it's no runs, no base hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Reds 3 and the Rangers 1. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th, Robert Garcia.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
And the batter now, Jake Fraley.
The right fielder, Jake Fraley.
Hit on the ground to short. Seager. 1 up, 1 down.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
The first baseman, number 7, Spencer.
And now the first baseman, Spencer Steer. 0 for 3 in this one. That misses, and it's 1-0. Right side, hard hit. Berger takes it himself. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. Two outs, base is empty. Jamer Candelario will hit next. Missed with a changeup, and that is ball 1. That one is upstairs.
That's a ball. 2 balls, no strike.
Swing and a ball driven out to center, raging back towards the wall. Pulls it in on the warning track. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Emilio Pagan.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
3, 4, 5 due up for the home team. Wyatt Langford now at the plate, 1 for 3. That misses, and that's ball 1.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Makes the catch for the out.
The designated hitter, number 4, Jock.
And the batter now, Jock Peterson.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Peterson just got a piece of it. One down, base is empty. That misses, and it's 2-1. That's hard hit on the line. That's out number 2.
Now batting, the right fielder.
So 2 down now, and here is Adolis Garcia. Outside low, 1-0. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1-2.
Hit hard to the ground and up the middle, base hit. And that extends the inning.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
And here is Josh Young. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
1-0.
Line drive, base hit down the line. Throw into third. He's in there.
Back-to-back singles, fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Really important at bat coming up now.
So a change being made at first base. And here's the pinch runner, Ezekiel Duran. Here's the center fielder, Evan Carter. That one hammered, but pulled foul. And that misses off the outside edge. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Alexis Diaz appears to be getting loose. Santillan, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. Swing and a ground ball. Boots it in to score from third. It's 3-2.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
First and second, 2 outs. Jake Berger stepping in for the Rangers. That misses, and that's ball 1.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
So the tying run at second. This one drilled right center field. That one heading for the fence and gone. He sends it out of here. It's 5-3. That sound you hear is every writer in the press box smashing the delete button on their keyboards.
Talk about flipping the script, Boog. This story was set up for a different type of finish. Now, who knows how to win? Like he's playing wiffle ball up there, and that's typically not the easiest way to hit a home run. To the slight opposite field, into the gap. Man, making it look easy, that's for sure.
Here comes a skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Emilio Pagan gives way. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. So a new arm out of the bullpen for the Reds, Tony Santillan. He has a great slider with tons of movement.
Santillan.
So 2 down, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Jonah Heim. Missed with a changeup, ball 1. Next offering is fouled back. Two down, nobody on.
Ball.
And that's outside. 3-1. Foul ball. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Two outs. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Battling here as he fouls it away. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
Well, having such a tough time putting him away. 6 foul balls in a row. Man, what a battle.
Lifted in the air, out to left. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And that's the inning. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here, a 3-run homer. Last chance coming up for the Reds. Now into the ball game on defense, Ezekiel Duran. He's the new third baseman.
Number 20.
Here comes the closer here in the ninth, Chris Martin.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Now it's the Reds DH, Gavin Lux. And that one fouled off. Martin, the tall righty, he features a four-seam fastball, a cutter, a splitter, a sinker, and he works in a slider. And that one just missed off the outside edge. Next offering upstairs. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Dives and he can't hang on. No throw, and he reaches safely. Now the left fielder, Austin Hayes. And that one misses up and in. And that is ball one. With the tying run at the plate, here at the top of the ninth. That's out to center field. Makes the catch, and there's one gone. He's 2 outs away. And now the center fielder, T.J. Friedl, known for his late inning heroics. And that one upstairs, ball 1. And that is out of play. The tying run at the plate. Sliced hard, but fouled down the left side.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Lux at first, 1 gone. Tying run at the plate. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Lunges, but it gets down. Fires to third. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
Substitution being made at first. Coming in as the pinch runner, Stuart Fairchild. Big at bat coming up with Ellie De La Cruz stepping in. That's in there. Strike 1.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Yeah, that's fouled off. First and third, 1 down. Lifted in the air, right field. Garcia sizing this one up. Drops into the glove. Runner tagging from third. A big run scores on the sac fly. And now they trail by 1.
In that situation, you're looking to get something up in the zone that you can put in the air. Worst case scenario, a sacrifice fly to drive in that runner from third.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Chris Martin is done. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Taking over on the mound for the Rangers, Jacob Webb.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Reds down to their final out. Matt McClain, the next to hit for the Reds. Swings and misses. And that's strike 1.
1 strike.
One-run game here in the top of the 9th. On the ground, right side. Steps on the bag himself. Ball game.
Well, this was a total team effort using 6 pitchers in this ball game to get the win. Outstanding job of passing the baton. The next pitcher stepping up and getting it done. You got to give them a lot of credit because this is not easy to do. We'll see how it affects them over the next couple of days.
Close one here today, and your final 5-4. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.